It's almost like I had to walk a half mile, walk 10 feet up the path. We are at the pipeline, Trans-Canada pipeline. We are on an offshoot that goes. There's a little camping spot way back here. Not many people know about. But again, the amount of trees that are down is just, wow. Everywhere you go, there's more trees, especially up there in the, over the valley, up the hill, over the valley. Grandma's house we go. Snow, still got it. Yeah, that looked like, I'll say that now, that looked like the worst of it back there, but I'm sure once we turn the corner, that's not a bear sitting up there, that's Ruckus. He's up there somewhere. It's not a bear, that's my dog. Now the other guy, wherever he's at, he's a bear. He's over on my left. On my left, on my left. Step out on your left and you will be rewarded. Again, sandy, loomy soil. There goes my big bear. Sandy, loomy soil does not hold trees very well. And that root just broke off. If you can see inside there, that broke the whole root system. So that's why this tree collapsed, because it didn't have any more root. That looked like the worst of it back there. That storm, probably 3 weeks ago on Sunday, I think, did so much damage up here that we will never be able to comprehend the amount of damage that was done in just walking around. You gotta get back in the, you gotta get back in the woods to actually see the amount of damage done. Because I mean, you could look at that. And that's 100, 200 feet in. There's no way anybody's gonna come out here and try and clean that up. I don't need time. The DNR, Michigan DNR has closed all the seasonal roads for cleanup. They say it's too much of a liability to have Johnny Q Public sitting out there cleaning up their own shit. But the funny part was, Michigan DNR said, well, if you want to help, fill out this form. Well, they had on the news yesterday that that form's not for coming out and just taking a saw willy-nilly anything you want to clean up. You got to clean up the state parks and anything that makes money for the state. You got to clean that up first. Not get paid for it, you're volunteering for it. And then after all that's done, then they'll come out and take a look at what you want to saw. Red means it's supposed to come down, and that was years ago logging. Takes a minute to get my whistle going. Loosen up their lips. Relax your throat. Those pretty brown lips. I get most of my power from my lips. Super Troopers. Here comes one. I don't know. Hey, where's your brother? Where's your brother? Where's your brother? Where's your brother? There we go. There he comes down the hill. I wouldn't pique my interest, but both of them are up at the same place, so they're usually not together. That tells me there's a dead something up there that they're rolling in. Or, oh, there they go. So yeah, there's something up there that's dead that they're rolling in. At least I didn't see any quills coming out of their snouts or mouth or throat. And I got a Jeep, so if they get hit by a skunk, I just take the back off it. Let them dry home in the wind. Or we walk them. We're only a quarter mile, half mile away from the house. So that's not big of a deal. But yeah, let's get back to the DNR. The DNR said you got to clean up the state forest first. Or not state forest, all the state parks. Make the state money. Well, I don't understand that. You know, if they let me do what I wanted to, I would go out and clear up my area outside of my house, and then I would go work on the seasonal roads that are all blocked. I think if you did that, you would have people that wanted to do it, wanted to clean up. And up here, this far up north, I don't think you have many people that don't know how to use the chainsaw. And I think we have enough smarts. Hey, there's the trail. This is what I absolutely love about up here, is that sometimes you'll find yourself a trail. I don't know where this goes. We usually follow this two track all the way out to there's a camping spot maybe 100 feet away. But I want to see where this goes. It goes up a hill, it goes down into the valley, obviously, but oh, what's behind here? There's a big hill over to our right-hand side over there. So this makes me think that there's a trail that goes to that road. But seeing as how this is nothing but small whippy poplars, I don't want to get slapped in the face by these little things. This was about the size of twig that I would get when my grandmother down in Texas, my Texas grandmother, who loved the whooping, she would say, go out to they have peach trees out back, I can't remember, something real whippy. Go get yourself a switch, because you're gonna get beat. Well, of course, you get the smallest one, the thinnest one that you could find. Well, that's not gonna hurt. Shit. That only lasted 1 or 2 times until you learn. Texas grandmothers, man, I'm telling you, you've never had a Texas grandmother, you've never been whooped. So funny. So funny. Yeah, I like hiking too. I don't know if I have my glasses on. Satoru. That sounds Japanese. Nihongo. Nihonjin. Yeah. This is not bad. But yeah, I'm not walking up in all those poplars. I hate poplars. But yeah, that looked like the worst of it. What we just smoked is in the front, because this is where the camping spot's at. Right over there. That's not real. Not really knowing. I don't see a lot of people back here. Mainly, well, I don't see a lot of trash back here. So that means that a lot of people don't know where it's at. And there comes my boy Ruckus. Ruckus Pico train. After the famous Roscoe Pico train. Gotta get them Duke boys. We had I watch a guy for financial advice called Retire on Dividends. You should look him up. He's on YouTube. ROD. He's got a really good following. He does a nice a nice overview of yield max. While we're talking finances, I don't know anything about finances. I'm dumb as hell. I never went to college. I don't have a degree on my wall that says I know what I'm doing. So any financial advice you may hear on this channel is absolutely stupid. Don't do it. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Haha, it's for fun only. So retire on dividends is following yield max ETFs, which are high yielding, cover calls, call spreads, options, all the stuff that you don't understand. Okay, all the stuff that I don't understand yet, options and wheels and buying calls and selling puts and rolling shit over. I don't have 100% grasp of that, but retire on dividends, he does. He gives us spreadsheets, and when I say give, he will let you see a spreadsheet on his video, podcast, videocast, whatever you want to call the things. There's another trail right there that he's on. Hey, find all kinds of fun stuff after the snow's gone, and before the woods can fill up. Here are the geese. There they are. Where are they? There's one up in the sky somewhere, but it's sunny, so I'm not looking up. It is actually, well, here. It's a gorgeous day outside. Michigan, it's 45. 45, shit, it's 50 something. Hey, I don't have my Apple Watch on. That means I haven't been wearing it all day. But yeah, retire on dividends. He follows yield max ETFs. He does the work, so you don't have to. Excuse me. He does the work, so I don't have to. He's very open, very honest. It shows that he knows how to, let's say, communicate in a dumbed down language, so even I can kind of understand what he's doing. Yeah, so he's a funny guy. He likes to sing, which is interesting. We were talking. He had to do a live podcast today because he woke up late. But I mean, you wake up late and you're late for doing your podcast. What do? Do you just cancel the podcast? Oh no, he did the Bill O'Reilly. Fuck it, we'll do it live. which was fun. I like the spontaneity of live feeds. My glasses are all messed up. Somehow they got unleveled or disleveled. Misleveled. They're not straight. Oh, I can't say that. Goodness. They don't sit level if they're on. I don't know. We got a tranny in our family. It's not our family. I mean, my wife's family. It's got a transsexual. I don't know what you call it. But it's gotta watch what you say. Which will be fun on Easter, because this is the first time I'm going to her family stuff in quite a while. I have a problem with holding my tongue. But respectful and be nice. That I will be. Yes. Do not try it. There's only do. But yeah, he does. Go back to ROD Rod. He does a good job on yield max ETFs and videos. And there's another tree that's down because it's in a sandy loamy soil. You can see the roots coming up from the bottom. That's the telltale sign. The tree wanted to hold on, but it just couldn't hold on. We out. No one's in chat. Ah! We're just babbling. That's fine. We'll babble. Babble and walk. We are in our work clothes. So I got my work pants on. It's fine. Work shirt. There's another trail. So this place is crawling with trails on the inside. Whoa. He's got his tongue hanging out, so he's ready to go home already. Which I don't know why, which means he's been sleeping in the sun all day. But there's that sandy loamy soil for you. Can't hold up anything. But yeah. See, this would this would be taken care of already if the DNR hadn't stopped people from cleaning up their area if they wanted to. There would have been somebody, or I would have come through here. But today, you seen this today. Go home, get my chainsaw, and not today. Come back another day without the dogs. Come back here and clean all this up and get it passable. You know, that's all I want. I just want to be able to drive on the roads that I had paid a tag for. $36.50 per year for 2 tags that put on my Jeep that says I'm able to ride wherever the hell I want to. Well, I can't because the DNR closed the roads, which is fine. Interesting. I have no idea what that there's for. I will have to ask my department head tomorrow because he knows everything about everything and he'll have an answer for this. Or maybe he's, oh, that comes out. Well, that's interesting. That is nothing, god damn it. Where is it? Come here. That's nothing but a push pin. Huh. Well, that's got me curious now. I'm curious, G. Oh, baby, love me. Heavy D and the boys. So we're gonna put it back. Just in, well, you know what that may be. Wow, they wouldn't use those for surveys, would they? That looks like it's a little laser deflector or something or another. But that would mean somebody was in here looking for trying to survey this. And that would mean that's pretty darn old, which that looks new. That metal looked brand new. So it's, oh, I bet you it was holding up a target, except for the fact that, well, you do. Here we go. Yeah, these are 22 holes. So that makes me think that was holding up a target. You got one here, one there, one here. Yeah, you got 20. Somebody was target practicing. But shit, what? Target practice on level ground, unless you're specifically got a blind down there, which could be, and he's shooting up the hill, and this is his spot to shoot, or his shooting alley, as you will. So this would make sense why that was up there. But like I said, we're not gonna take it down because I don't know what it's for. Could be aliens. Could be over top of me looking to see who's the silly human bastard that's gonna take out our tracker. That'd be me. Boy, wouldn't that be a surprise? Aliens, yay! Take us to your later. Well, which one? I'm black, I'm Mexican, I'm white, I'm Indian, I'm Spanish. Got a little Jewish in me? Fuck. No, wait, I am Jewish in my DNA. Not gay, not there's anything wrong with that, but that's not how we roll. We, everybody, little person in me. Oh no, low person. You can't say anything nowadays without having to say you're sorry. Isn't that beautiful? The way of the world. But it is what it is. We're talking about old wrestling back in the day. King Kong Bundy style. The Iron Sheik. Nikolai Volkov. Oh my goodness. How many more can you name from, God, what was that? The late 70s? Jesus. I'm going to call him an asshole, but he's really not an asshole. As my asshole coworker reminded me, we're closer to the 40s than we were the, what the hell did you say? I can't remember. Anyway, you said I'm old. So it's like we're further from the 80s than we are the something or another. I was like, good Lord Almighty, why do you do that to me? So today, oh, I'm sorry, DNR. I kind of cleaned that up by moving that out of the way. That's just my natural habitat. I'm sorry. But here, if you missed the beginning, this is all this is the downed trees. More down there, more way in there. Goodness. So for some reason, this got hit. This, I don't know, eighth of a mile. Eighth of a mile would be what, 3,500 feet? That's 500 feet. was there 3,400 feet in a mile, something like that, divided by 5, whatever, 7, 600, 700. Now, the fun part, I don't know if you saw it, that, you step in that, that's going to break your ankle. Fucking every time. That will snap your ankle. Goodness. There's so many natural traps in here. And of course, speaking of traps, we're going to look at the top of the trees to see if there's any hangers. We had a good windstorm yesterday, the day before. See, there it go again. Finished it up. Now, you want to know about sawing and what? As a new person with a chainsaw, this is what kills me. I actually love doing this, though. You go to pull this tree down, what's it going to do with these 3? Or you got to pull that one down, and you don't pull that one down, you got to pull that one down that's leaner. But you can't pull any of these down without clearing your spot where you're going to run when it falls the wrong way. But you pull these down, what's it going to do with this big guy right there? That's big birch. Damn. That might be a silver elm, slippery elm. That looks like an elm. I never thought about coming in here looking for morels back in the day. I used to have a friend of mine, Brian. Call him Chatty Brian. He start every conversation. He was my bouncer at the bar when I was a bartender back there, so I got to know him pretty well. I just saw a shine go through there. There's a shine right up there. Where is it? I think I can get this up to camera. There's a shine. There it is. Coming through the woods right there. Where's my finger? Right there. There's little shines on top. I was thinking that's not me. I didn't park there. I parked on top of the hill over there. It's not moving, so it's not a person. I wonder if that's just coming off the... No, wait. Got the sun. That looks like it might be a reflection of the sun off a piece of tree that fell. These red pines are awfully white on the inside. Let's see if we can get to the... Well, actually, we can. They not really splinter, I don't know what you call it, but they come out, and when they break in long, thin, flat strips, like you put it on a hardwood floor. So what we're gonna do is get over here. Whoa! And I was gonna say, watch your step. Look above our heads first and see what's up there, see if anything's gonna fall. But this is red pine. This is how it breaks. You want to see a bullet hole? Right there's a bullet hole. So somebody was here shooting, and that intensifies or makes me for sure that was a bullet hole that was in. And it didn't go too far because it didn't get through here. So that tells me that was just a 22. Anything bigger would have blown this apart. I would imagine I'm not a genius when it comes to guns. I was like my co-worker that called me the old today. He is the genius on guns. But he's got 2 that I want, so I got to be nice. But yeah, I mean, you look at this coming down, and it's like, holy shit, still got a hanger. Still got that big guy that's got to come down. But see, that guy's going to come down. Wham! Hit that guy, and that's going to flip up in the air. God knows to do what else. So we're gonna go over to that tree trunk, but we gotta walk again. Walk a half mile out of our way to get 10 feet up. Not really a half mile. So look at our ground, it's fine. Look on top, we don't see anything. So that's a red pine. See, this is what I'm talking about, how they come apart. They look like long tongue depressors. But apparently in a couple, see, that one got shot too. So that tells me that somebody's a bad shot. Or take that back. That's where a stick is. Right there. There's another one. Yeah, these are all. Huh, interesting. That's weird. I don't know how these grow. But man, that's got a lot of tension. It's got a lot of built up tension waiting to come out. So how would you solve this? Take off the limbs. Try, take off the limbs. Yeah, I don't know. I'll let somebody else do it. I'd give it a shot. Probably be wrong. It'd work. Hey, what's up, bud? What's up, buddy? Give you the smell. You smell okay. Where's your brother? Where's your brother? Hi. Where's your brother? Oh, I hear him. There he is. What's up, big rock? Oh, somebody took a shit. Yeah, that's what you guys are doing out there. Woo! Let's get going. Which is good. That's the reason why we come out here, so they can go poop. Ow. So we are gonna walk over here. Gotta walk over here so I can step over any big logs. I'm surprised the dogs haven't scooted out of here and tried to get to the sand because they need to run. Right now they're occupied with smells, which is good. That's a big tree. That's a big tree that needs to come down. Big old leaner. Yeah, that ice storm, and this is the ice that did this, folks. It's not anything else. I don't care how long you've been marking trees. This is 100% ice, and the ice storm of the century that we had 3 weeks ago. If you don't believe it, look up northern Michigan, and you will see 18 million frickin' YouTubes of northern Michigan getting pounded by the ice. There's a leaner. That'd actually be a widowmaker if you think about it. But yeah, this is all ice. Not a question in the world. Let's see if I remember right. Ice started on Saturday afternoon. I walked out of work Saturday afternoon. My Jeep was covered with ice, and my other coworker at the time, Mr. Mackinac, his Jeep was covered in ice. When I say Jeep, he's got it's a Jeep, but it's not really a Jeep. It's a 4-cylinder, much like Ron Swanson. Any Jeep is a V6 or bigger. Anything less, you just call that a little Jeep. Barely call it a Jeep. It's a four-banger Cherokee, but he was covered in ice, which was interesting. So we went home that Saturday, and it rained, and then it froze. We lost power Sunday. Morning. I called my department head that morning and said, yeah, this is not good to walk. And he was already out. He looked at it and said, yeah, just stay home. So I stayed home Sunday. We lost power Sunday morning. That means all of our area was out of power on Sunday. Myself, didn't get it back until Wednesday about 3 o'clock. So we were without power all day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, most of Wednesday. There are still people that live up in northern Michigan up here that are without power. Believe it or not, they are that far up in the boonies. You know, they're a one-line service, and I get it. And like we were talking today, that's part of the deal. Now, when we're done working with the trees, I like to put my hands in dirt, because that'll give me all where my sap's at, so I can start getting all the sap out of my hands. Otherwise, you don't want sand on your dick beaters. Goodness. So, yeah. So that's it. That's all. Get him. Got a case of the zoomies. They're gonna have to do this about 3 different times to get the zoomies going, but they'll get it. Oh, Ruckus wants to play, but he wants to play in the woods. Now that's it's a long story with him. He can't do deep snow. This guy can. He's got power. He'll power through anything. Ruckus has the short legs for a dachshund. He's half dachshund, half Roddy. Rottweiler. So he's got short legs, but he's got a lot of power. A lot of power. But he's like a little kid with his power. He doesn't know how much power he has. This guy does. So this guy likes to go in the deep stuff. He doesn't, because he still thinks he can't run in it. But now he can run in it and not have a problem. He'll bowl over trees instead of moving, which is funny. But Mac, the big power guy, also knows that. So that's why he's not going in the trees. He's like, nah, I'm not gonna play your game. I'm not gonna play your game. This is another trail. This goes up the hill, over the side to the valley. If you want to get to the Maple River, that's how you get there. The easiest way of getting there. But then again, the Maple River is probably 20 or 30 feet of side cliff right now. Way over there, so it's not really accessible. We've been there once in our 6 years, and I was too scared to have the dogs fall off the edge. Again, what was it, Bosco? We were at the Bear River. He fell. He didn't know there was a ledge, so we kept running. All of a sudden, he's gone. We're like, well, what the fuck? Where'd the dog go? So we start laughing and walking, and then all of a sudden, we're like, hey, we can hear a dog. What the fuck's going on? Oh my God, he fell into the river. It's a straight down, 20 feet to the river. He fell down it, and he's sitting on a log hanging on. And it was kind of fucked up. I took everything off, or not everything off, everything out of my clothes, my pockets, my keys, my wallet, whatever. I jumped in, because that's my dog. So I jumped in and got him saved. That was pretty fun. And then, 5-6 years later, we're up at Tequamanon State Park. And if you know Tequamanon, or Lake Muskellonge up in the U. Oh, excuse me. We're up somewhere in the UP that has a big, long, sandy dune. Yeah, he's done. So, Bosco fell down that, and that was not a hill that you were going to get up. That was, I want to say, almost like this. Almost like this. This grade of the hill was like that, or the dune. So once you get, there we go, we're running. So we're gonna end this and tape it.